Welcome to Successful Noom Kitchen with Jim John Marks, where we prepare recipes which encourage us to enjoy our meals more and set us up for long-term success with our relationship to the food we eat based on the principles of the Noom program. Today we're making shellfish thirsty noodles. We're going to start with a non-stick skillet over very low heat, to which we're going to add a tablespoon of neutral oil and chili threads, red pepper flakes, and Sichuan peppercorns, which we're going to keep over a very low heat for at least 20 minutes. Our broth involves all of the reserve liquid from our head-on shrimp project we did previously, a star anise pod, a half dozen whole cloves, tablespoon of Chinese 5-spice, a quarter of a cup of lime juice, and 2 tablespoons each of fish sauce, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and sweet chili sauce. Warm your stock pot, add the dry ingredients, and toast those off just a little bit before then adding all of the wet ingredients and whisking it together. Just before it comes to a simmer, you're going to want to take a couple of separated egg whites that you've whisked with a little bit of lemon juice and pour those in very gently, and then just let them float to the top. They're going to lift out some of the gritty powder and some of the protein, which makes your broth cloudy and give you a much clearer broth when all is said and done. You can lift that off with a strainer of some kind. When your oil's gone nice and red, you're going to pour that through a very fine screen into a large bowl, and that will catch all of the chunks. We don't really want those in the final result. We're going to do the same thing with our broth. That'll get those whole spices as well as any errant egg that we missed with our strainer. And then all of that liquid will go back over the heat. You can add in some shellfish mixed like we have here, and our thirsty noodles are going to be these very, very thin rice stick style noodles, which barely take any cooking. This kind of shellfish is already cooked. You're really just warming it through. And if you want to add some extra richness, you can take the yolks from those separated eggs and very, very gently whisk those in, and that way you'll get a rich creaminess rather than them forming yellow chunkies in your broth. This style of noodle only takes 2 or 3 minutes at a rolling simmer for them to cook. Once you've turned off the heat, they will keep soaking up this broth. If you want something closer to a soup, make a separate quart of a thin, clear broth and add that after the noodles have cooled enough. Thank you for watching this episode of Successful Noom Kitchen with Jim John Marks. If you have questions about this episode, please comment and we will do our best to address your concerns. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up, and if you are interested in all our videos, please subscribe. All music in these episodes are my own compositions, available from my Bandcamp location, the URL for which is on the screen and in the channel info. Please note I am not associated with Noom Incorporated in any way, and all content is entirely my responsibility.